You don't need cash on you,
They got them pause, I hang out the deep. Spin on your block, they doing the sweet. I done been down, bad. Had no one to water, had nothing to eat. Swim with the sharks in the deep end. Trap house, pet allegiance. Niggas ain't know it. I had to pull.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Felicia Casson for a new episode of In the Music. This week, y'all, we got an up next artist, and that's Mr. Cider Rapper. How you doing?
Yep. I'm good, and you?
I'm doing pretty lit per usual.
Yeah. That's good.
Okay, so first thing first, introduce yourself. Who is Cider Rapper? Where's you from? How did you get your name? And how did you really get into music?
So I'm Cider Rapper. I'm from South Central Los Angeles, and how did I get my name? My name is just my name. This is my birth name, Sa. S-Y is my birth name. So not too much of a story behind that. I got into music. Like, I just always loved music. Like, as a kid, I used to be an artist, so I would, like, draw and paint, but I would have, like, music playing in the background and shit. So, like, I was just always drawing to music, you feel me? So, yeah, I've been into music since I was, like 10. That's when I really started writing raps and shit like that, you know? Can I cuss? My bad.
Yeah, you can cuss. That's
Okay.
fine.
All right. Just make it so. But, yeah, I've been involved with the music thing since, like, 10, you know?
Growing up in LA, you feel me, LA second, the second best city in California, So who are some of your musical influences?
Some musical influences would be like Tupac. That's my favorite rapper, like hands down, like Tupac. So I would say Tupac, Snoop, Ice Cube. I love R&B too, so I would say Chris Brown, Jodeci, a lot of different stuff. Cause my style is just like I do a lot of different shit. So I love a lot of different music as well. I like some rock groups too, and alternative and shit like that. So I'm into like everything. You get me? I don't really have a specific favorite.
Okay, so you just into music, just in general, just the whole feel-good aspect of music.
Right. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what about music at a young age could you say you was into art and all of that? What kind of just attracted you to start doing that? Why not become a painter or anything like that?
Well, actually, that's a good question too. I think what drew me to music was just like so. Okay, so as I got older, I kind of got out of the art, and I kind of was just in this space, like, what do I do now? Like, how do I express myself? And then when I just heard Tupac was actually the favorite rapper who I heard like express his struggle and pain through his music. And I just thought that shit was like super dope. Like, and I was like, I want to do that same thing. So that's kind of how I got with like that's how I got into the rapping, because it was just like the best form of expression for me. Like, I always loved music, but I didn't really used to want to do it necessarily until like I just like stopped wanting to draw and I stopped wanting to paint, and I was like looking for something else to do, and that just fit perfect. So that's how I got ushered into that.
Okay, all right. So how would you kind of describe your sound as an artist for people who never heard of you before?
Oh shit.
Sorry, I got a little hard questions,
No. You good? Yeah, little hard questions. Shit. I would say I got some feel good songs. I got songs where I'm talking about what I go through. I got songs that's like just where I'm showcasing lyrical skills. So I guess what I would use, the word I would use to describe my style would be like abstract. Like, cause I do everything. Like, I fuck with everything. I vibe with everything, and I don't just stick to like just one sound. So I would say abstract, all over the place, off the wall, I guess. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
Do that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. I get what you're saying. You feel me?
Cool. You feel me? We here.
Yes, I got you. We here.
Right,
So,
right.
as an independent artist, what are some advantage and disadvantage that you have faced so far in your musical career?
Advantages off top is that I own everything. Nobody tell me what to do at all. Like, I do whatever I want to do. Like, whatever song I make, I ain't got nobody telling me, oh, your image is this, so you need to make music like this. So off top, that's the advantage. The disadvantage is like a few different things, like lack of a team. Like when you independent or when you doing shit by yourself, it's like you don't got no funding behind you, so you gotta like work, like you gotta really like grind, get your money, you know. So like I would say a disadvantage would be lack of help, you know, lack of advice, lack of funding, lack of whatever. Whereas if you got a label behind you, you got a budget like for everything. Like you got a tour budget, you got a music video budget, you got people that handle stuff, and all you got to do is focus on the music. Whereas when you are an independent artist, you got to pretty much do everything. You got to wear every hat, pretty much, you know. So that would be a disadvantage and an advantage.
Okay. All right. So what are some things, I know a lot of us have been affected by the pandemic, and I've seen your shows on your Instagram before, you know, you real hyphy, you know, just a little bit. So what are some things that you have took from this whole pandemic to help you grow your career?
Oh my God. During this pandemic, I've just been using it as time to like plan, time to map out my next steps, time to perfect my craft, you know. So this has been the best time of self-reflection, you know. Like that's what I've been using it as, just time to get better and try different things, you know, because it's not such a rush of putting something out, or you got to perform this. Now I can actually take the time to like practice my performance game behind the scenes. You got more time, you get me? So I just take it as time to just perfect myself, time to get better, time to progress, you know. So although there's no public interaction like how I would like I would love to like just do the parties and shit like that, you feel me? But like this has just been a great time to just perfect my craft and get better at what I do, you know.
Okay, of course. And so since the whole pandemic, you know, a lot of people, you know, you kind of transition of trying to promote yourself on Instagram, and that's where we're here today, where you kind of got into a run-in with a Bow Wow or you know, Shad Moss or whatever you want to call yourself now. So what kind of happened with that situation?
So basically, like you said, during the pandemic, it's like the best time to promote yourself on Instagram, right? So I was paying that nigga, excuse me if I curse. I'm gonna try not to. Well,
so how it come about first before you start paying him? So how did that relationship come about first?
So he posted this thing. Hold on, I'm getting notifications and shit. He posted this thing on his page that said tag an upcoming artist, right? So automatically people was tagging me, people sending it to me like, hit bro up. And I'm just like, he a celebrity, he probably not gonna respond. But I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna just hit him up. Like, you feel me? So I hit him up and he replied. And he started asking me questions, how long you been doing music, woo woo woo, until that question came about, what is your budget, right? So when he asked me that, I'm like, shit, because I had set aside $2,000 for promotion. Like I was looking for some, like I said earlier, being independent, you got to do too many things. So I was just trying to find like somebody to help me with promotion. So I had $2,000 set aside that I was going to hire somebody to help me promote my music and stuff, right? So he responded, he asked me what my budget is. I tell him my budget is $2,000. Like just because it's just like, I'm like, man, I'm all in with it. Like whatever, like shit, you want the money here? So I tell him my budget. And he like, cool, I can work with that. Cash out me the money. Woo woo woo, right? So mind you, I'm not thinking of this whole situation as a scam, because it's just like, it's Bow Wow. Like he got platinum records. He done been in movies. Like $2,000 ain't shit to him. Like he not gonna take my $2,000. Like, so that's why I wasn't really thinking about like a contract and shit like that. So I cash app him the money, I Zelle him the money, you know, and I asked him after we exchanged the money, he tell me what he want to do. He like, we could do a feature, I could do some DJ Khaled shit where I'm just talking on your song, hyping it up. We could go live and do an interview on my Instagram live. I could post you all this shit. I could connect you with people who got feet. Like he was just telling me all this shit. And mind you, I'm thinking like, damn, we gonna do all this for 2 bands? But I just thought that he wanted to help somebody. Like, that's why I'm thinking that he just being stupid, right?
So he technically really just didn't lay out what you were paying for the $2,000, right? Or he just was telling you what he can do or what this opportunity can do for you?
He was telling me what he was gonna do for the $2,000.
Okay.
That's what he was telling me. So he was telling me features. He can connect me with people. We were supposed to do an Instagram live interview. I actually made a flyer for it so we could post it and promote it. And that's what we were supposed to do. So I'm asking him like, yo, homie, like, what are the first steps? Like, when do we start? Like, when do I tell people about the live? When do I start promoting our Instagram live interview? And he just hit me with the, it's getting done. Like, that's all the nigga tell me, like, it's getting done. So I'm like, all right, cool. Like, me, I'm not bugging him or nothing. You feel me? 2 days go by. I hit him up again, like, yo, what's the deal? What's the word? And he don't respond. He leave me on scene. So then I start sending him new music that I'm dropping, because I dropped a new music video during this time period of us having a plan worked out and shit. So I sent him a new music video, like, check this out. Tell me what you think. Whoopty woo woo. Scene. I hit him up like, yo, everything is good with the money, right? Y'all got all the money, right? Scene. Like everything is just, so I'm just trying to like have a conversation with dude. I keep reaching out to dude.
So you straight up sent them $2,000 up front?
Yes.
No
yes,
contract,
up front, like
no
an idiot, like a dummy. Huh?
No contract, no nothing?
No contract, no nothing being done, basically. And let me tell you what, all right, I don't want you to just think that I'm dumb and shit, like, you feel me?
No, I'm not thinking you dumb, baby. Like I told you before. My little brother went through the same exact situation, but he ain't sent him no money because of me. So
and I seen you telling the story too. I was rolling. You was on his head like, you got the right one. I saw it, whoop, whoop, whoop. I was rolling. I'm like, yeah, exactly. No, but this is basically what made me make that decision, that huge decision, right? So during this time period, I was going through a lot of shit. Like, shit got bad for me and my family. So I was out of desperation, just like, yo, what can I do to help my family tomorrow? Like, that's how urgent it was. That's what my head and my urgency was at. It was like, how can I help my family like tomorrow? Like, what could I do? So then that's when bro replied. So I'm like, oh yeah. And I just latched on to that.
Kind of like destined, like this was everything was kind of following the line for you at that time.
Right. It was desperation. So I acted pure out of desperation, no doubt. That's why I was like, fuck the contract. And I was also thinking like, why would he scam me for 2 bands? It's Bow Wow. I'm sure 2 bands not gonna do nothing for him. So I'm like, this can't be a scam. But yeah, I gave him the money. Them dudes, he was leaving me on scene, stop responding, all that. So I'm just like, the last message I sent him was, yo, homie, get at me. This is my phone number. Somebody called. And mind you, during this whole experience, I didn't call him out his name. I didn't go unprofessional. Like, I didn't do nothing. Like, I kept it professional as possible. Like, I'm like, well, maybe he's busy. Maybe whoopty whoop whoop. But he leaving me on scene, right? So I give him my phone number, like, yo, somebody hit me up. Somebody reach out to me. This is crazy. Like, I done slid y'all my money, and nobody got back to me. Nobody replied to me. No nothing, right? So he left that on scene too. Mind you, this happened 2 months ago. 2 months before I went public, right?
Well, damn.
So boom. Right. Because this is, and I told you that just to let you know, like, this was never about no clout. This was never about no nothing. Like, this was just about my money. This was just about the principle of him scamming. Like, so this happened 2 months before I went public. So I ain't gonna lie. After the situation happened, my head was in the wrong place. Like, that's all I'm gonna say. My head was in the wrong place. And my mom was like, she was like, you feel me? Work it out with the bank, get it worked out with the bank, dispute it. Like, that's all she was telling me. So I'm like, all right, bet. So I disputed, and I end up getting $1,000 back because I had sent $1,000 to his Cash App, Shad Morris, and I had sent the other 1,000 to G Promo, which was his promotion team or whatever, you know? And I guess they shit wasn't set up right because when I sent the money, they never took the money. Like, the money was just sitting, you feel me? So it was just like that's how I got that 1,000 back so quick, like, because the money was just already there sitting, like, nobody ever took the money, nobody ever, you feel me? So I got that 1,000 back, and the other 1,000, it was like, I guess, under investigation or whatever, right? So I waited about 14 days, I believe it was, right? So I waited about 14 days. I called him. Like, yo, what's the word on the 1,000, the other 1,000? Oh, I'm sorry with you. I'm getting all these excuses, and I wasn't having it, like, because I need that 1,000 right now. You feel me? Like, I'm in the hood, like, I need that 1,000, right?
Trust me, I know California rent, baby. I know it.
Right. Right. Shit crazy out here. So I'm like, you feel me? They was just giving me a bunch of whoopty wompties and it wasn't good enough for me. So I'm like, what could I do to pressure this nigga up to give me my money back? You feel me? So that's when I went public about the situation. I made the first video. And I was just basically telling the situation, and it was getting a lot of attention. A lot of people was reposting it, stuff like that. You know, like a lot of people were sliding in Bow Wow DM like, yo, why you do this to my homie? Like, you feel me? A lot of the folks that got love for me, you feel me? So that happened. I went public about it, made the first video. This nigga hits me up at like 4 a.m. This nigga hit me up at like 4 a.m. Talking about I was waiting on your confirmation. That's the first thing this nigga tell me. He like, I was waiting on your confirmation. I was waiting for you to tell me when you was ready. It's a misunderstanding. Let's go live and clear up these rumors. Let's make this right, homie. Whoopty woo woo. That's what he telling me. So I'm like, man, off the dribble, I get mad. Like, you trying to insult my intelligence. Like, because you knew I gave you confirmation. What is he talking about? He was waiting on my confirmation. After we came up with the plan, I said, when do we start and what are the first steps? If that's confirmation. Like, you talking about you waiting on my confirmation. So I gave him confirmation, so I wasn't going for that. Then he tried to lie and say he sent me the email 2 weeks ago. It got sent to the wrong email, but it's like I didn't get nothing in my email from 2 weeks ago. And even if you did send it to the wrong email, who emails somebody something and then doesn't text them and say, yo, I just emailed you something? You get me? And you leaving me on red the whole time.
So I do have a question for you. Prior to you reaching out to Bow Wow, did you see him during this time frame do any Instagram live with any other artists or anything?
No.
Anybody reaching out? Okay.
Nope. I did. Or maybe I just didn't see it, but I didn't see it at all. Nope. I didn't see him post anybody. I think I seen him post one artist on his story. I think he posted one artist on his story. Well, I think that was just like somebody he knew. I don't think that was no promo shit. Like, I don't think there was no artist who paid him for no promo. You get me? So the whole time period, I'm watching his page, and I don't see him doing nothing but promoting his clothing line because he got a new clothing line out, and that's all I see him promoting. Like he just promote. So off the dribble, I'm salty. Like, damn, you just took my bands and you ran off. Like, fuck me. Like, you know. So he lies. He says that he sent me an email. But my question is, if you send an email, why are you leaving me on red? If you see that I'm in your text messages, like, when do we start? Then if you send me an email, you're going to think, why is he texting me this? Yo, I just sent you an email. Oh, let me check. Oh, it's the wrong email. Let me write the wrong. Like, it was just a bunch of bullshit.
You got a bounce back email like, nigga, we know what's going on.
Right, exactly. So he said that shit, and I just was like, I still was being respectful at this point. I still was respecting him. You know what, homie? At this point, this ain't gonna work for me. I just want my bread back, and that's how we can make it right. Fuck going live. Like, we can make it right like that. Just slide me my bread back, right? So he left me on scene again, right? That's when he left me on red. And then that's when I make another video like, yo, Bow Wow's trying to he's trying to weasel his way out the situation. He lying, talking about he sent me an email. And I just basically gave everybody the whole rundown of everything that we talked about 4 a.m. And the only emails he sent me was the one that he sent at 4 a.m. You get me? So it's like he was on some bullshit. So I made that video. And then the nigga trolled me. The nigga sneak dissed me because he owes me $1,000. So right after, I think this was day 2 of me exposing him, right? So I think day 3, right? I didn't know what I was going to do. I'm like, man, let me just make another video. I was going to make a respectful one. But I look on this nigga page, and this nigga talking about some whoever in ATL who's selling the Xbox, let me buy it off you for $1,000. I don't know if you've seen that, but I got the screenshot of that. But the nigga gonna post that. Huh?
I was saying, I don't follow him.
Oh, what shit, I follow him. I was watching him. I was looking. Like, where my money at? Nah, but yeah, the nigga gonna post who's in ATL selling the Xbox. I'll buy it from you for $1,000, and he owed me $1,000. So I'm like, all right, he's trying to be funny. You get me? And that's when I just make like a bunch of videos, just like dissing them, but on some comedy shit, like just clowning them. You feel me? And then I finally decided to stop dissing them. Like, what was it? Yesterday Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday when I made this little funny Bow Wow diss song. It was like a comedy diss song talking about how I'm gonna beat your ass when I see you. Just comedy, like. But I was clowning the nigga, right? And my goal in clowning them, not a lot of people, but it was a few people like, yo, is this for clout? Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you making the situation funny? And basically, my goal behind it was he had his clown boots on talking about buying some $1,000 Xbox and he owed me $1,000. So I'm like, all right, let me put my clown boots on. Let me publicly humiliate you. Let me show people how much of a clown you really are. You scamming upcoming artists. And then, mind you, after I got scammed, a bunch of people reaching out to me. He scammed me too. He's scamming all types of niggas. He scammed a rapper in jail. The nigga was in jail. He had a phone and he scammed him. The nigga is in jail. I said, you gonna scam a nigga in jail? He gave him his whole life. He like, bro, right now, I'm in prison. I'm just trying to whoop-de-whoop-whoop. Bow Wow still took the nigga money. I'm like, bro, this nigga in prison. You feel me? He did it again. He was on some straight up broke shit. Like this one nigga, he asked this one rapper, and they showed me the messages. He asked this one rapper, what's your promotion budget? And then Bow Wow the nigga told Bow Wow, my promo budget is $100. Bow Wow, oh, I'll take that. Woo woo woo. I'm like, damn, this nigga take anything. You feel me? So it's just like, he's just out here scamming. And I just decided to leave it alone yesterday because he started reporting my post. And he started blocking me from lives, like just a bunch of hoe shit. And I was just like, man, like this nigga's a hoe. He gonna keep dodging me. He gonna keep ducking me. And now this nigga's reporting my post and they getting taken down. Like I'm harassing him, I'm bullying him, but he's scamming. You feel me? So I'm like, who's really the bad guy? You feel me? And it's on some like, I don't really got time to just wake up every day and be dissing this nigga every day. Like, I got other shit I got to do, you feel me? So it was that. That shit was just getting draining for me. Like, I'm putting too much energy into this other nigga. Like, and I feel like I did my part by exposing the scam that he was running. Like, I feel like a lot of artists seen it and a lot of artists didn't fuck with it because right when we was going through our shit, he made another post, upcoming artists DM me, the same post that got me caught up. Right when I was exposing him, like, so he was still doing it. You feel me? So I just was like, man, you feel me? I think I made my last post about it where I was just like, man, I'm leaving this situation alone. He's a hoe, like, you feel me? Every God don't like ugly, you reap what you sow type of thing. And I just took my chips and bowed out. You get me? So right now, my only option would be to just wait for the bank. You know, a lot of people was telling me, take him to court, but the lawyer fees will probably cost more than what I'm suing for. You get me?
More than what you about to sue for.
Right, exactly.
So from that situation, what is some things that you have learned going through that? Like, how would you move forward towards that, or what's your end goal of it? Like, you've been exposing him, so like, what is your end goal for all of it?
Well, I had two end goals, right? I'm not gonna say had. I still have two end goals. My number one goal was to get my money back. The money that was rightfully owed to me. That's all I want. So that was my end goal number one. My end goal number two is to just expose him for being a scammer. And I feel like I did that. You know, I really would have wished a lot more people would have seen it, but I'm blessed that all those people that did see it, and I'm thankful for the people who reposted. I'm thankful for the people who helped me expose him, you know. And yeah, one of my goals I got accomplished in that I exposed him. A lot of people saw it. A lot of people know about what he's doing. And it's sad because he scammed a lot of artists, but they just didn't get the support in their exposing them. Because it's a page right now, I think they call it Rap Ponzi Scheme. I'll send you the page, but they basically expose not only Bow Wow, because Bow Wow's not the only rapper doing it.
It's a lot of different artists, you know. I won't name them. You know, I ain't gonna get sued, so I'm gonna say allegedly they doing this.
Right.
So
and the reason why, and I know about all this, and that shit made me mad, because it made me want to go at them too. Like the other rappers, they were saying, it made me want to diss the shit out of them too, but it was like, you only got proof for Bow Wow, so let me go at Bow Wow. But if I had proof for them other niggas too, like if I had personal proof, I would expose them niggas too. But you know, so and yeah, man, I just left it alone. But the thing that I learned from the situation, so like I said, my goals one of my goals is to get my money back. Still haven't received my money back, but I'm still waiting. But my other goal, I feel like I got accomplished because a lot of artists didn't fall for it, and a lot of artists seen it, and they're not gonna fall for it. So that's that in the goal section. What I learned not to make moves off of desperation. Always make it based on what is the best thing for me? Like, what's gonna be the best outcome? Never just do shit out of desperation. I learned that. I learned never do business without a contract. I learned also do your research, and it's like, and it's crazy, like.
And that's when you just said do your research. That's one thing about an independent artist, because you don't have the backing. You have to make sure you have to do your due diligence to make sure everything kind of pans out of what is going on.
Right, absolutely. And it's just like this nigga got a history of lying. They had a full Bow Wow challenge. Remember that? Remember the Bow Wow challenge? The nigga got a history of lying. The nigga said he was on a private jet, and the nigga was like on flying shit. You know?
Bad little flexing or whatever. It's a little bad little flexing or whatever, but I don't want that situation to deter you as a artist, because there are some people out there that still do want to help independent artists get you to the next level. You know, I hate to say it like this. It's a pandemic, and it's like, shit, these rappers scamming too. They trying to get a meal too, just like somebody else, and they use the opportunity of people wanting to make it like that. You feel me?
Right, absolutely.
But let's stop giving this nigga clout, and let's really get into you as an artist. So you have a new single called Diamond. So tell us about the process. How did you start? What was your whole feel going into the studio, dealing with that situation? Like, what was your vibe, your feel?
Right. So Diamonds is off of my EP that I released called Avenue Legend, you know? So that's off of the EP, and my feel and recording that song was just like I need something smooth, just something that's gonna vibe with, you know, like just something smooth. And that was just my thing in creating that song. I didn't make the beat. Usually I produce like all of the stuff that I rap on, but somebody else produced that joint.
Okay, I said, okay, Triple Threat.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I did do some production on the beat, but I added like little shit. You feel me? I did a little, you know, that one nigga who cut the music like that. Yeah, I did that little shit. You feel me? But yeah, I was just mainly on something smooth, you know. So I went in, I did it. I already had the concept for the video, and it's crazy because the video, it didn't come out how it looked in my head, but it still came out dope. I wanted us to do the 90s couples, you feel me? So I wanted to do Loc Dog and his girlfriend from Don't Be a Menace. That's why I have my hair in them little shits. Like, I wanted to do
yeah, a little movie scene, a little hood movie.
Yeah.
That's what you was trying to do. I seen it.
Yeah. It didn't come out how it was in my head, but it still came out pretty dope. And I edited that video too. You know, I gotta put that out there. Right? I edited the video. Feel me? Yeah. So yeah, just the whole vibe of it was just like get something smooth going. So it was dope. It came out dope. I got another video off in the shoot with the homie E.S. Craze. He from the city too. Why does shit keep turning on? My bad. He from the city too. And it's called Trust Issues. It's also on Avenue Legend. So I think I'm gonna shoot 2 more videos to the EP, and then I'm just gonna move on. You get me? But yeah, I'm just trying to promote that shit, you know?
Okay, all right. So when you actually going into the studio as Size the Rapper, what is some things that you need to have in the studio to kind of make yourself vibe and kind of feel the energy to create, you know, the sound, the movie or experience for the listeners?
Shit, off tops water. Off tops. I need my water.
Gotta stay hydrated.
Right, exactly. And my voice already raspy as it is, so when I don't got no water, it's my voice is like, you feel me? So I need water off tops. I need, not really, hey, you know what's crazy? It's not really much I need because I'm so used to, I started off recording in my home studio, so I didn't really have much of nothing but just like a mic and you feel me, I'm in a room and shit. So it's just like I could just create shit from thin air. Like I don't really need too much of nothing. What I like in the studio is like cool little lights and LED lights and shit like that to change the vibe of the room, you know? Especially if I'm not in like a major studio. Like if I'm in a bedroom or something, then I got the lights, you feel me? And it's just like it gives me that vibe. It gives me a different feel. It changes the mood of the room, you know? So definitely not too much of nothing, but the stuff that I like is water and lights. That's it off top. So.
Okay, you like to set a little mood, you feel me?
Right. That part. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So as an artist, in the next 6 months, what are some things or some goals that you may have to that you see yourself as progressing?
Okay, so in the next 6 months, I plan to shoot the last 2 music videos to Avenue Legends, which would be Trust Issues and Champions, 2 songs that people like. So that's number one. Goal number 2 would be to just start traveling and getting out into the world and touching people, actually going to off-brand ass places and touching markets that touching demographics.
Chitlin circuit.
Right. That part, just touching different demographics and touching people. You know. Also, I would like to go record in major studios too, because I record a lot of my own setup. Like I done built myself a sound booth. I done did all types of shit. Like, but it's time to just get out of my bubble.
Wait, hold on. So you a carpenter too?
I'm a hood carpenter. I ain't exactly a carpenter because that shit is butchered. But I mean, it does what it's supposed to do. You get me? So I'm a hood carpenter. You feel me? I could do some tools here and there if I got to. You know? Man, but.
Of course. So from moving from that situation that you've been to now, how are you gonna kind of just basically just move forward and won't be the person that just got, kind of got scammed, hate to say it like that, but how would you move forward making sure that your music is actually being heard and people actually get to know you as an artist?
Just different types of promotion, man, just different types of marketing. And the mistake that I feel like I made was not getting a co-sign, but like depending on someone else. I was depending on his platform, right? Which is you're never supposed to do, but out of desperation, I made the mistake. But I just plan on marketing myself and building my own platform. You get me? Like just getting outside, my bad, excuse me. Getting outside of my comfort zone, getting outside of my bubble, just getting outside of myself, and actually looking for people who know what they're doing and hiring them to promote. Hiring an artist to promote is not the same thing as hiring a whole promoter. Right. So just looking for the right people, because money don't grow on trees, and I ain't got no funding. I'm working a 9 to 5, so that's where my bread comes from. So I can't just afford to just be throwing money away. So I gotta really do my research, and put my money in the right places. You get me?
Okay, of course, I get you all the time. So where can everybody find you on Instagram?
Side the Rapper.
Your music, everything. Where can people find Side the Rapper so they get to know
right.
your music, your sound?
Right. Okay. So on Instagram, it will be Side the Rapper. That's SYTHERAPPER. All right. And that's just all together on Instagram. Everything else is Side the Rapper, but it's space. So it will be Side, space, the, space, rapper. So, and I'm on everything, all platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, anything, SoundCloud. You can find me everywhere. Just type in Side the Rapper, and I definitely will pop up.
Okay.
You feel me?
Back up, you feel me? But I would thank you so much for just taking the time out and just having this conversation and being in the music,
Thank you. Absolutely. I love it. Thank you for having me as well. I appreciate you.
Certified hyena, doing shit that I need. Ride around in my van, I'm Trying to get to you in a bag. Diamonds dripping all on you. Don't tell Victoria's Secret. Diamonds are forever. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What you do if you text me? I can bet I'll be like 2 of your best days. Ain't no more I can fool in your web bed. Oh, no, no. It's me, I'm bulletproof. Holy, I'll be a dog if you fuck around. Might take you to Paris, France when we out of town. Definition when it's war, ain't nothing to talk about. I ain't basic, always in style, never out of style. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hyena. You're a shit that I need. Ride around in my Venom. Trying to get to you in a bag. Diamonds dripping all on you. Don't tell Victoria's Secret. Diamonds are forever. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Doing a dare, do meaning it's cool. Cause I promise I'm gonna be right there to you. Yeah. Talking that nasty shit, you got it to prove. Hey. All she wanna do is drink it, yeah. Whoa, all I wanna do, rock your parasol. All I wanna do, yeah. Shawty hyena, you're that shit that I need. Ride around in my Venom. Trying to get to you in a bag. Diamonds dripping all on you. Don't tell Victoria's Secret. Diamonds are forever.